all so very much for joining. As always, I'm your host, Kayla.K.Keane, and you are my co-host. So get ready to talk in the comment section to tell me all the things that you are thinking about real estate and finance. Ask all your questions, and of course, enjoy this week's topic, which is, of course, searching for real estate in Jamaica. Now, I know quite a few of you have been here really early and you have been enjoying yourselves in the comment section, but I just want to remind you to like the video, keep commenting, and if you have not already done so, please subscribe to my channel. We are currently on a journey to 3,000 subscribers. Can you believe that? We were just the other day asking for 1,000, then 2,000, and now we are all the way close to 3,000. So if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, you need to go ahead and subscribe so that we can get to 3,000 together. Of course, you know I cannot do this without you. So I'm just going to connect another device so I can read all your questions. And then we're going to get into the main discussion. I know the early crew has been here for some time now, and you have been talking. I love that. I was reading the comments before I started the live. So thank you all so much for joining. For those of you who only subscribe to my YouTube channel but you don't follow me on my other social media platforms, you need to do so now. For Instagram, my Instagram name is Kayla.K.Keane, which is the same as my YouTube name. I am Keane Kayla 5 on Twitter. And yeah, those are basically the platforms that I want you to follow me on. And remember, if you don't subscribe yet, please go ahead and subscribe right now and like the video, right? So I've connected my other device, so let me see what you guys have been talking about prior to me coming. Oh, I see Autumn Rain is saying that she was first me ever so early. I love that for you. PI772 says me too, smiley face. Late for online work every day. Autumn Rain said that no, that bad. She says, I know, right? Working on it. Timoy says, good evening, hosts and subscribers. Hope you're all having a blessed Sunday. Autumn Rain says, happy Sunday to you too, Timoy. And PTI commented on that same discussion. Lucas Zaid Jamaica says, hi y'all. And everyone is saying hi to Lucas Zaid. Autumn Rain says, first me ever so early too. I'm actually watching over another Jamaican YouTube live. That's Lucas Zaid, J.A. Shay says, future millionaires. Mikey 007, Mikey T007 says, good evening all. I'm early because Kayla is late. That's PI. Everybody laughing. Sash Molo joined the chat. Thanks for joining, Sash Molo. Angela Dwyer in Great Britain is here. She says hello everyone. Good day to you all. Shay says K to 3K, smiley face. Yes indeed. Chronicles of Thea, who is another YouTuber, says good evening Kayla. Hi Chronicles of Thea. Or I should say hi Thea. Donna Marie, that's my mom, says hello my princess. Mommy loves you so much. Bless you, Medea. Thank you, mom. Love you too. Autumn Rain says good evening Angela. So everybody talking. So Cadian says challenge with buying a house with my $14 million. I'm feeling stressed now, only 2 weeks in my search. Sash Mother says hi mommy Donna. And Sashuna Miller says hi, hello Kay. Hi, can you guys say hi to Sashana Martin rather. It's her first time here, I believe, or if it's not her first time here, it's her first time commenting during a live stream. So I wanted to say hello to her and give her the usual welcome that we do on a Sunday evening, okay? PI says, oh, Donna is your real mom. Yeah, she's my real mom. Yeah, so Yes, Sassy, they're saying hi to Sashana. Yes, guys, please go ahead and say hi to Sashana. Can't afford to have her feeling any less welcome than any other member of the family. So you know how we do it. Give her a big, 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 humongous welcome. All right, so my other device is up and running. So let me just grab this thing here. And we are off to a quick start today. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Remember, this week we're talking about searching for a property here in Jamaica. So the reason why I chose this topic for this week, I know it can be quite frustrating to try to find a property to purchase in Jamaica. However, armed with information, we can make that journey a little bit easier if we discuss it, if we know what to expect, and if we prepare accordingly when we get that information, right? So that's what we will be dissecting, and hopefully I'll make it easier for you when you start looking for property, or for those of you who are looking, like the person who just commented, Kadian. Kadian is a little frustrated. It's only 2 weeks in the search. Kadian, I want to tell you that generally speaking, I would say you shouldn't even be feeling frustrated as yet until you reach to about 6 months or a year thereabout. By the way, Kadian, tell me in the comment section what methods you've been using to search. And luckily for you, I'm going to discuss search methods today as part of this live, so that should be able to help you to make a better take a better approach, or a different approach to searching for property here in Jamaica. I can tell you it can be quite frustrating, but we're not gonna lean into frustration. What we're gonna do instead is arm ourselves with information and use the information to make good decisions. All right, I don't want you guys to run. Leave me in the comment section. So let me just see. Oh, you guys are welcoming Sashana. Very good. Awesome. Sashana, I hope you feel welcome and you feel like you're already a part of the family. All right, so if you are new, apart from Sashana, if there's anyone here who is new and you're watching, please comment #new in the live chat so that we can give you a big Future Millionaires welcome. For those of you who will watch delayed, also comment #new in the comment section so that we can welcome you to the channel also. All right, so special thanks to all my VIP subscribers. I see a new subscriber saying hello. Guys, you know what to do. Keithon Carter, welcome to the channel. Go ahead and welcome Keithon. All right, so yes, special thanks to all my VIP subscribers. Those are the subscribers who were talking in the live chat before I even came live, and you do it every week. I absolutely love and appreciate you guys. Special thanks for 2.97k subscribers already. Can you believe that? We're almost at 3,000. So if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that. And a big thank you to those of you who have made up that number to so much already. Special thanks for 680 views on the Caymanas video that I put up on Caymanas Estate video that I put up on Friday. If you haven't watched that and you're looking for property to purchase, you need to go and check that out. Special thanks for 1.6k on the Out of the Blue development. I know that one is Angela Dwyer's baby. She loves that development. So special thanks for 1.6k views on that. Special thanks for 4.1k views on the Patrick City video. That's an apartment for sale. The Silverbrook apartment is now at 3.5k. So thank you. And 60,000k on the St. Catherine townhouse. Can you believe that? A big, 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 big thank you. Remember to connect with me on IG, Twitter, and all social media platforms. All of the links are in my description box. And during this live today, I'll be sharing some secrets about real estate. I'll answer your question, debunk myths as much as possible. So stay tuned. Reminder also, I post a video on Fridays, every Friday at 3 p.m. Jamaica time, and I go live every Sunday unless I tell you otherwise at 6 p.m. So I post on Fridays at 3 p.m. and I go live on Sundays at 6 p.m. So there is never any reason for you to miss because you don't pay attention to what's going on. All right, I see some persons commenting. I think this is Kadian responding to. I asked her how is it that she's going about looking for the properties. So let's see what she's gonna say. And Autumn Rain, for this video, if it's possible, and you can give us some tips by typing in the comment section on how to find real estate that's reasonable and fast, you can go ahead and do that. For those of you who don't know, Autumn Rain is a real estate agent in the US, Maryland to be specific. So if you're also watching from the US and you'd like to purchase a house in the Maryland area, please use Autumn Rain. And if you need her contact or anything like that, just go ahead and DM me or leave your information in the comment section, and I'll connect you with her so that she can become your realtor. Okay. All right. Keithon Carthor says, any update on the St. Catherine estate? All right. So I have been checking on the St. Catherine estate with HAJ, Housing Association of Jamaica. They have said that that property is not yet ready for viewing. So although YouTubers have been going ahead and just going the place, not so clean, not so ready for viewing, but they have been filming it nonetheless. I'm waiting until the model unit is ready for viewing so that I can show you a clean, livable property, so that you can really see what it is that you're going to invest your money into if you choose to invest in that development. All right, so don't worry, I have a board here. You can't see it. There's a whiteboard up on my wall with all of the videos that coming up soon. That one is at the top of it, so don't worry, I will not miss a beat on that. As soon as it is ready, I promise I'll bring that content to you. Okay. Kadian says, all the bank websites, I found out that all the agent realtors are linked to a number, MLS. It is our, I don't know what the last part says, but yes, I get the other part that you were saying. PI772 says, oh nice, Autumn Rain, me in good company. Definitely. Sashana Martin says, Kadian, try searching 6 months like me. Headache. Right. So you have to search for a little while before you find the perfect property. As with everything, and you wouldn't want to just see a house today and just buy it without doing any background research. Sometimes it is good to search and get some experience in the area so that you can know what it is that you're looking for, what it is that you don't want. And to me, you can make a more informed decision when you have invested the time and energy that it takes to find a proper house, or the house that you are really looking for, and not just a random house. MLS, as you have been saying, as you have been asking Shay, has to do with the realtors and the companies under which the realtors fall. So basically, realtors have like a number that is assigned to them. Yeah, I don't think that's the best explanation ever, but basically it has to do with the realtors and a number that's assigned to them. All right, so where to look is one of the first question that we want to discuss in this main discussion segment. Where to look, right? So if you're going to be searching for real estate, you have to know where to look. By the way, I don't see CM. Is CM okay? Somebody call CM for me, please. It's so unlike CM to not be talking at this time in the comment section. All right, I see Earth Strong saying good evening all. Welcome, Earth Strong. Shauna says, and it's time consuming, and up is all right. You're trying to get to find out how the market work. Okay. Earth Strong says, I'm still not used to the time difference. Shake my head. All right, Earth Strong, I know you're over there in Great Britain, so the time difference is quite vast, but thank you nonetheless for joining. PI says, yes, somebody ring up CM. Yes, y'all need to call CM. I need to know why CM is not here. It feels weird without him in a strange way. It's like some of you are always here, so if you're not here, I'm going to ask for you, because then I just feel like, you know, somebody's missing. All right, so yes, back to the $1 million question. Where to look when you are searching for real estate in Jamaica. So I'm going to go through about 7 places that you should definitely be looking when you are looking for real estate. And remember, before you even start checking these 7 places, you definitely need to have all your ducks in a row, as some people would call it. You need to have your pre-approvals done up and all of that, because as Kadian is currently saying in the comment section now, as Kadian is saying now, what was she saying? Hold on, I lost my chain of thought. Yeah, properties go fast. So if you don't have your stuff together, then you know said that property going to miss you, because by the time you must get your pre-approval and whatever, the property will be gone. And furthermore, I don't know how it is that people look for property and don't know what they can afford. You need to know your affordability. Affordability is how much money you can get a house for, how much money you can purchase a house for. And you know your affordability by approaching NHC and your financial institution of your choice, or approaching a couple financial institution, get some quotations from them to find out which one will be best for you, which one is offering the best interest rate, as we have discussed in another video that is already up on the channel, and so on. I see Autumn Rain explaining MLS to Shay. Thank you, Autumn. Yes, so you need to have all of these things up and running. If you can only afford $10 million on a property, there is absolutely no sense in you looking at $20 million properties, because what you're doing basically is wasting time. So remember, it's already time consuming, it's already difficult to be out there looking for properties, so you need to know all of that. Let me see. Kadian say, so one. Alright, Kadian, not understanding that. Can you just retype? PI says, yes, you waste the realtor's time if you not qualified, and apply if you're not qualified and apply for a house on the market. Definitely. Kadian said 1 million agents have the same house on their page. Yes, that's how real estate works, Kadian. It's not a case where a property will only have one realtor. No, it will have 10, and whoever sells first sells first. Remember, you know, if you list your house to sell, you want to sell the house, you don't have time to waste and just have it log in there, so you'll give it to as many people as you want, so because you want to get the quickest sale possible. And Autumn Rain, who is a realtor, says, yes, I refuse to take anyone house shopping without a pre-approval, period, because it's like dumb. It literally makes no sense, because what are you looking for? It's like you say, all right, I want to go to the store, I need a kitchen appliance. It might be a stove, it might be a fridge, it might be a toaster or a microwave. I'm not really sure which one, but I just need a kitchen appliance. That don't make any sense. You have to know what it is that you're looking for and the price range. So if you say to me, okay, I need a stove and I only have $50,000, then we're not going to courts, we're going to go downtown to see what we can find in the Syrian shop, because that's your budget. You understand? So we want to be realistic. So now let's talk about where to look, and I want all of you who are on here to comment in the comment section and tell me places that you think are a good start for you to look for real estate to purchase here in Jamaica. And I'll start with number 1. These are in no particular order, I'm just giving you some option, and as I said before, I have 7 options. 1, I'm starting with YouTube. And you might be saying, YouTube, yes, I have to start with YouTube because that's what I do, give you real estate options here on my channel. So you'll find that YouTubers are doing a wonderful job, in my opinion, as it relates to bringing properties for sale to the audience who are looking to purchase. So the good thing about it, in my opinion, Kadian, and this is for you too, if it is that a property has been listed, you know, some of the realtors and some of the sellers are not very transparent. So they will say, all right, I'm selling a property, but you might not be sure of the costs and so on, because some of them don't readily put that out there. with our YouTube videos, generally we go ahead and tell you everything about the property to include cost, so that you can make a decision as to whether or not it even makes sense for you to view, if it is that you can't afford it. So if it is that you pre-qualify for $20 million, so you can buy a house for $20 million, unless you have $7 million in the bank, there's no sense in looking at a $27 million property, because it simply means that you can't afford it. Not saying that you shouldn't watch the videos, with houses that you can't afford, because for me, I watch all different types of houses, because the thing is, you can get ideas for architecture, ideas for interior decoration, all sorts of things, right? So you can get those ideas. However, you want to be looking realistically at what you can afford. So when you see all of these videos, you can sort through them, and it's free. YouTube is free. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel that has the information that you want. You get them to go and do all of the legwork for you. Say you even see a house that you like, right? So the house is $20 million, and that is what you pre-qualify for, so you can afford to purchase the house. But when a YouTuber does the video, you see that, oh, the drainage is not good and blah, blah, blah. Then you can simply choose not to waste your time and look at that property and go ahead and look for something else that is more suitable. So we have to tap into the freeness. It's free, and it's free information. So we have to tap into that and go ahead and use it to our advantage. I'm going to read the comments, and then I'm going to move on to the next point. Right, so I see PI says yes. Waste of realtor's time if you don't qualify and you're applying for a house. Right, I read that already. Kadian says 1 million agent with the same house. Read that. Autumn Rain says she refuses anyone who is shopping without a pre-approval, and Autumn is a realtor. Also, buyer's agent can post these properties for sale as well, so that they can attract buyers to bring to the sellers. Yes, that's true. PI says IG, Facebook, Gleaner, but have to double check and triple check those places in the paper. Have your lawyer ready. Okay. Shay says that's what I love, the transparency. Safi Anderson says, hi Kayla, what's your thought on buying versus building? The building material being so high. I don't think I can take the stress of building, so I will opt for a new build. Not so sure what she's saying. All right, so Safi, I understand the first question. I understand your concerns about building, and to your first question where you say what's my thought on building versus purchasing, I always tell my subscribers that whether you build or purchase will solely depend on what your needs are. So what one subscriber's needs are will be different from what another needs. If it is a case, for example, me, I would probably build a house, but not now. Because if I'm going to purchase a house, I want somewhere to live in. Don't have time for the hassle, don't have time for the stress, don't have the time to actually pay attention to the workmen. And you know how some of them are here in Jamaica. Very crafty, very unreasonable, very unfair. So you give them X amount of material to do this, and when you look, that's not been done, but yet still you have to pay them every day. Don't have time for that. So for me, building now is not an option if I want to go into the home acquisition process. So for some persons now, like if you live in the country, in rural Jamaica, where everybody is so helpful. Like I remember I told you guys that I lived in Westmoreland once. When I lived in Westmoreland, and you are building your house, say you get to the roof and you're doing decking, you don't have to pay anybody. What you do, so there's one person there that is paid, that knows what they're doing, right? So you need all the laborers to be mixing cement and blah 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 and putting it up so that they can put it on the roof. Like everybody, your neighbor come over, the neighbor down the street come over, the one round behind you, everybody come and help. Throw up material, you cook some food, everybody eat, and the work is done. In Kingston, that option is not available. So it depends on your lifestyle, who are your neighbors, who are the persons in your circle, what assistance you will get. If you don't have all of that, you don't have the support, you don't have the time to sit and watch these men work on your property, I suggest that you buy. But what if you can't afford to buy? Sometimes building can be cheaper. But then again, is that so? In this economy where the cost for building material has gone up in double digits in terms of percentage since the start of the pandemic. So that will depend on what your needs are. Say you have small kids and you need somewhere to live and you're paying rent, then building might not be a great option for you now because of what you need. So what you have to do is look at your need and look at your budget, and then that will be the determining factor for how you approach the home acquisition process. I see the comment section flying up. Let me just check and see what everybody's saying. CM said, next string, me well late. Luca Zaid reached before me. Yes, CM, we were asking for you earlier. Timoy O'Brien says, so true, Keen. YouTube helped us out a lot. Definitely. CM says, good evening, everyone. Hi, CM. Pia is asking if CM is alright. Yes, we are wondering if you're alright, how long you take for come. Sashana says, Kadian, a lot of realtors with the same property. Kayla, why is that? Oh, I answered that question early, Sashana. CM says, PI, I was deleting videos and old pics from my phone to get some space on my SD card. Okay. PI says, oh, we missed you. CM says, yes, I'm here now. Thumbs up. Autumn Rain says, good evening, CM. CM is saying hi. Sashana says, Kayla, we cook food and buy rum in the country. Is the help is there. How is the Cedar Grove community in CA in Portmore? Not sure about that. If the persons who live in St. Catherine and know that area well, can you assist Kadian? Tell her how Cedar Grove in St. Catherine is. I'm not sure about that. Right, so yes, Kadian, as you were saying too, country life is different. So if you're building in the country, like I feel like if I was gonna build, it would be in the country where I know that the whole lifestyle is just different. Kingston, I just feel like it's too difficult, or not just Kingston, but the corporate area, it kind of more technical, and there are people who, I don't know, as they see you start building something, they feel like, okay, you're supposed to give them money for this and that and that. People who work less than what they're being paid, people who basically want to do nothing every day and collect money. You can't bother with that. That's stressful. And if you purchase a house, you pay the money, you purchase the house, you pay your mortgage every month, and you have somewhere to live immediately. So all of those are factors that you should think about if you're thinking about building versus buying. Anyway, the first option that I spoke about, we're talking about where to look when you're looking for real estate to buy, when you're searching for real estate. So the first one was YouTube. The second one is Keys, Keez. So Keys is a site that basically has up a whole heap of real estate on there. Tells you, you know, give you quite a bit of background information on the property, link you with the realtor, all of that. And you can go on the Keys side to get pre-approved by 3 different institutions, financial institutions. For those of you who don't know, so you're watching the live now, but you don't know how much you pre-qualify for from a bank or whatever, if you go on Keys, it does that for you. So you plug in some information that it requests, and the banks will go ahead and calculate for you to find out how much you pre-qualify for. So they will assist you in that aspect. So that kind of gets some of the legwork done for you without you having to go anywhere but behind your computer or your mobile device. So I think Keys, the Keys app is fantastic. Let me see what's been said in the comments section. PI talking about MLS, multiple listing service. Yeah, CM and Autumn Rain are talking. Yeah, so Safi says Keys app is fantastic, quality design, well done. It has shown me property I haven't known about otherwise. Yes, so Keys is the second place. PI says yes, love Keys. You get exact direction to go view the property. Autumn Rain says thanks for the plug, Safi, gonna check out that app. Right, so number 2 is Keys. Oh, Safi still talking about Keys. She says also there are a number of YouTubers who provide updates on developments, etc. Right, so that was the first one. The first one was YouTube, second one keys. The third one is realtors. I think that people who are looking for properties to purchase should definitely subscribe to YouTube channels that talk about real estate. Some YouTubers don't necessarily talk about real estate predominantly, but they do have some videos up on real estate, while there are others of us who have niche down and focus, like some mainly on real estate, and then there are other persons like myself who do two things. So I do finance and real estate. I see Shelly and Louis saying hi. Kayla, hi Shelly, and thanks for joining. If you're new, comment #new so that we can welcome you. Right, so you can look at those two options. Third option, realtors. So it's very important for you to build a good relationship with a realtor or realtors that can help you in searching for properties. Remember that they are aware of the houses before any other customers. So if you have a good relationship with them, they can tell you, hey, I have a new listing coming out, so you would probably want to check this out based on what you are looking for. I feel like that's very important because, of course, you know that as Kadian was saying earlier, by the time the properties come out, they're gone. So if you have somebody looking out for you, that process can become easier, and of course, that is what you want. I see you guys talking in the comment section. Love that. Talking to each other. Right, so option number 4. And let me see what you guys are talking about first. Shelly says, thanks for this video. Safi says, no problem, autumn rain. Shelly says, I'm good. I'm coming to see Out of the Blue soon. Okay, that's excellent, Shelly. And there's a video that I did on Out of the Blue. Just look in the comment section. You'll see a link for the realtor. His name is Ariel Menzi. Excellent person to talk to and to deal with. He's one of the realtors on that piece of real estate. So I think you should talk to him if you need any additional information or anything at all about it. You won't regret having to deal with him. He's very nice. All right, so yes, so the Sunday Gleaner is number 4, not Sunday Gleaner, the Gleaner, Saturday Gleaner. So this is a plug for all my subscribers, right? So you know that Sunday is a traditional day to look for houses here in Jamaica. I don't know if it is that way in other jurisdictions, right? However, the Gleaner actually gives persons who pay for Sunday in the paper to publish their houses, the Gleaner gives them Saturday free, right? So they're publishing on Saturday for free, and some of the persons who are publishing don't know this. So they start getting calls from Saturday and they're like, oh no, why are persons calling me today and they're supposed to be calling me tomorrow? Yeah, that's because the Gleaner gave you Saturday free. So if you're looking for houses in the Gleaner, if you want to use that option, you should go ahead and do so on a Saturday, right? So that's option number 3. Option number 4 is off the market properties. And what do we mean by off the market properties? Can anybody tell me what they think that means in the comment section? In the meantime, I see Angela Dwyer says, yes, he's a very honest person. Ariel Minzy. And Shelly and Louis says he is. Earthstrong says listed by the owner. Okay. Shelly Ann says sold out. Okay. Alright, so those are some good choices. CM is asking Ariel Minzy question. Ariel Minzy is a realtor, and he's one of the persons who is selling the Out of the Blue developments there at Out of the Blue. That's a St. Anne development. So I was telling my subscribers, maybe you missed that part of the conversation, that if they are interested in purchasing Out of the Blue properties, then they should go ahead and talk to Ariel. CM is saying, is that Ariel the realtor that's on YouTube? Yes, that's the same person. CM. Right, so off the market now, back to that discussion. So we're talking about properties that are selling, but they are not listed by any MLS. Since you guys wanted to bring up that term, so you won't find them on any of the MLS listings. What you'll do, you know how sometimes you can go into a community, and when you look, you see some properties that you can tell that either it is being poorly maintained or it is abandoned. Like I remember I went into a community recently, I saw this house that was in deplorable condition. So I was asking persons, what's going on here? Like, this is such a beautiful community. What's going on over there? So I found out that the person went abroad and the person is just not maintaining the property at all. So it's like has grass up to the ceiling of the house, and I'm not joking. Like, I don't know how the grass creep on the side of the house and reach on the ceiling, but that is the state. So the whole house is covered under grass. I know that in the US you couldn't do that because you'd be ticketed for, I don't remember what they call it, but it has something, overgrown grass, something another. So yeah, I was asking about that. So sometimes when you're looking for a property to purchase, if you like your community, for example, so you know the community, don't just drive past every day you drive the same route every day and you hold your head straight. Don't just do that. Get out on a weekend, maybe on a Saturday, you have kids, bring the kids with you, you have friends, tell your friends, say, come man, let's go for a walk around in the community and find properties that could possibly be distressed properties, they call them. So those same properties that, you know, if you're living in cold countries, like I know I have quite a few subscribers from Great Britain, the US, Canada, you could look for signs like when it's snowing, when it's snow season, look if the house, if you know 2 days it has been snowing for 2 days, and when you look, no footsteps in the snow, no footprints in the snow rather, no shoveling going on, no salt being thrown on the snow, none of that, then you know that that property is definitely in distress, and there's a possibility that the owner could want to sell it, or the owner has gone into foreclosure or something of that effect, and this could be a good opportunity for you to approach them with a sale offer. Don't be afraid to get creative. You see a house, you want it, the property looks like it's in distress, I would even suggest write a letter, put it in the mailbox. So when they come to check, whether they come to cut the grass or to check, they will see your offer letter. We have to get pushy and intense with this, because the normal traditional route of getting a property, I don't know if that is going to work, especially in this market. So it might work, but I think we should have multiple options. Autumn Rain, tell me if I'm sounding crazy. You are a realtor, so give me your expert advice on this part. So we're at number 7 now. Yes, 7. Well, 6. So signing up with a real estate company, a company that sells real estate, is another option. So they can literally send you their listing, and this can cost as well as it can be free. On most occasions, just ask realtors to add you to their listing, or you can approach the companies like Century 21 and all of those companies and let them add you to their listing. So once there's a new house being added to that listing, you will get an email that tells you what's going on. Donna Bryan says, do you have an agent selling Doobie North Point in Portland? No, not as yet, but what I'm going to do, Sasha, if you're on here, can you just screenshot this or my call and send it to me, and I'll check it out for you and tell you maybe next week live stream, or I'll probably tell you in the community section. By the way, guys, if you don't check my community section, you should check it out. I do a lot of polls over there to find out how you feel about things and so on. So feel free to go ahead and check my community section regularly and so on. So Kadian said word of mouth sale. Yeah, that too. That's a very good one. So you can ask persons who live in a particular community if they know anywhere that's selling. But you know that if you do that, persons you could get a positive or a negative reaction. For example, persons who live in the community, sometimes, you know, persons don't want to just give out information like that. But you know, you always have that one person who love to talk and who looking for a friend. Yes, go friend them up. The little community village lawyer, the little community talky person. Yes, friend them up and let them give you the information, and then we say, yes man, you know that there's a house around there, da 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 da, and they'll carry around there. Yes, and friend up the people them and get what you want. Don't be afraid. You want a house and you want it within the budget, we're going to do this, okay? 2021 is our year. We need the house. Yes, we're going to friend up the people them and get what we want. Charmaine Henry Hilton says, hi, where do you have a house for sale? I'm interested in a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom to buy. All right, Charmaine. So what I want you to do is just subscribe to the channel by clicking the red subscribe button. Should be somewhere over here. Click the bell, turn it on all. Once I post a video, you will see there is a 3-bedroom for sale on my channel currently. That one is in St. Catherine. Not sure if you're interested in St. Catherine, but when the live end, you can just go through my videos and find out where the properties are that I have up currently. PI says, off the market is private people selling their house without a real estate agent, basically. Who else talking? Autumn says, Kayla, you can even walk up to a distressed property that's not vacant and offer to purchase. Exactly. We have to be smart about this. Guess what? All right, let me tell you this. And I was going to wait a little later to tell you, but listen to this now. So there's a property that's a distressed property, right? Say, let's say the property value is 20 million Jamaican dollars. So if you should buy it as is, it would be 20 million Jamaican dollars, right? Nobody offers, it's just there running down, but say the property value remains the same for whatever reason. It could be that you have a lot of other beautiful houses going up in the community. It could be just the location, whatever the case may be. The real estate companies can actually approach the owner and say, hey, let's list this property for you. It's here. You don't want the property. You're not using it. You're probably going behind on taxes now because you live somewhere else. Maybe it's a hassle for you. So let's take this and let us list it for you. So now the property values $20 million, and maybe if you had approached the owner and said, here what, I have $17 million. If you're willing to sell me, I'll purchase it from you. And you could have gotten that property for $17 million. But by the time you wait until the real estate agents get their hands on that property and they say to the owner, all right then, here what, refurbish the kitchen and we can sell it for $27 million instead of $20 million, because that will push up the value of the property. And remember also that it's not going to cost you $1 million to fix the kitchen. So the owner said, all right then, no problem, fix up the kitchen, throw on some new paint. So that cost them $500,000 Jamaican dollars. And then they are now selling the property for $27 million instead of the $17 million that you could get it for. So that's why I say, if you see a property in distress, don't be afraid to go walk and ask. You live in the communities, you know better than anybody else what's happening. So walk, look, check it out, ask questions, offer. Autumn Rain says, I've done it, you're not crazy, LOL. You see? She said, especially in a difficult market, I'll advise buyers to do that. All right, so see there now. So Dwight Phoenix says, hey, remember you are to do a video on unsecured loans for me. Yes, Dwight, I remember that. You saw me do a poll in my comment section about asking persons if they want me to do a video on unsecured loans. Reason why I did that is because you asked for it, but I wanted to see if other persons had interest, because of course I'm going to make the videos that most people have an interest in. So I see that there is an interest in that, so I'll definitely do it for you. Just give me a little time. Remember that I have some pre-planned topics, so I just have to try to go through them systematically. Right, so I'll definitely get to your topic. I think it's a good one, so I'll do that just for you, Dwight. So let not your heart be troubled. Lucas AJA says, hi everyone, hi everyone again, and Kayla. Hey Lucas Aid. CM says, Donna Bryan, all lots in Booby in Portland are sold out. I just called the contact person and asked, and she said they are sold out. Okay. Dwight says, when you get a loan for housing construction from the bank, are the miscellaneous costs the same as buying a house? No, they're not the same. Dwight, they're not the same, but they are, it's still costly. I did talk about that in one of my videos in terms of the cost associated with purchasing a property in Jamaica. That's the exact name of the video. That's why I said to those of you, especially who are new to the channel, you need to, when the live has ended, go on the channel, look at the videos that I have, look what is applicable to you and watch them. Because a lot of the information will miss you if you don't watch, if you don't keep up, so to speak. And if you are a regular subscriber, long time subscriber, but you're not keeping up with the videos, you need to keep up. Sometimes when you have a little free time, you can just like put on one of the lives in the background. You don't have to be watching your phone. Just turn up the volume and listen so you don't miss anything. All right. Lucas said, Ottoman says, Kayla giving gems. Awesome. Lucas AJA says, no, not this time. I was here early before Kayla started, but I am over at Paula Sales Jamaica 4,000 subscriber celebration party. Okay. Lucas AJA says, 2, so I am between them. Okay. CM says, yes, I saw that you reached before me. Lucas did. Oh boy. Dwight Phoenix says, I would like to know the various costs to build on land. I'm planning to do so. Is there a video for that? Love your content, by the way. Dwight, yes, there's actually a video on my channel that has to do with everything with building on land. And I did it around the NHE because you know that the NHE has a loan specific for people who want to build on land. So if you have a parcel of land and you want to build, mind you, your name must be on the title, or you must have express permission from the owner to build on that land. And what express permission is something in writing from the owner saying, yes, I'm going to allow Kayla to build on my land. So you have to have one of those two things, and then you can get the build on land loan. There's a video up on my channel about it, so you should just go ahead and watch that in your own time. All right, so another thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is buy and hold investment. So I don't know if now is the best time to do buy and hold investment, because what that means is, all right, the market, say the market's at a reasonable price, or you see a piece of real estate, whether it's an actual house on the land or just a parcel of land, but it's affordable, so you can buy it, keep it for a couple years, maintain it. Maybe if it's land, you can rent it to somebody, lease it to somebody who does farming. If it's a house, you can rent it out or live in it if you want to. Then when the house appreciates, the plan is when it has gotten to a certain amount, so you can actually have what they call ROI, which is return on your investment. So you buy it for $1 million, for example, and you sell it back for $2 million. Then you sell it back. So I want you guys to be thinking about buy and hold investment also. You might not be able to do that right now in this economy. However, we want to be au fait with the concepts and with the strategies, the real estate strategies, so that when the time comes and the opportunity presents itself, you are able to take full advantage of it. By the way, random, I just remembered that I should have told my subscribers, those of you, my VIP subscribers, the day one people, the people who are always here in the comment section, always talking, always commenting on everything, always in the community section, interacting with me. I told you guys that I should have had a meet and greet. However, my MacBook crashed, so I ordered another one. So as soon as I get my MacBook, then we'll have our meet and greet. Okay, I have not forgotten you. It is high on the list of things in my agenda. Yeah, so that's why I haven't had the meet and greet. I should have told you guys. I just remember that. Right, so those are some of the things. So remember, you want to build a relationship with your realtor. and physically check communities to see if you see any properties that are in distress. Okay. Dwight says thanks. Lucas JA says oh no. Kadian says apartment. The apartment on Washington Boulevard is still available. Would buy. Tell me. Yes, Kadian, that apartment is still available. For that apartment, you are going to call Milton. Look under the video in the description box. You'll see his Milton, Maine. Wilton, Maine. Yes, Wilton, Maine is the realtor's name for that piece of real estate. Just look under that video in the description box. You'll see all of his information. I have a cell phone number for him there. I have an email address. I have a web link for him in the comments in the description box. So just go under that and you can contact Wilton, Maine to purchase that property. Lucas AJA says, did you have anything backup? Yes, Lucas I have a hard drive. I think I have a 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte hard drive. So information being lost is not the issue. It's just that I don't have my laptop. I have a loaner laptop using now, but my laptop should come soon. So that issue should be resolved as soon as possible. However, you see we're going on and I haven't stopped. So yes, I'm still able to function without it for now. Dwight says, have you heard about the Greater Bernard Lodge property? Do you know if it's selling as yet? Oh yes, I just got something on that today. Those are lots for sale, not houses. That's the one you're talking, right? Yeah, I saw something in the Gleaner about that today also. Yeah, there's a thing in the Gleaner today. If you want that piece of information, if you follow me on Instagram, just DM me. I can send you over some information about that. Alright, so overpricing is one of the things that I definitely want to talk about. And interestingly, I had a little experience with that just today, just like a few hours ago. So I was inquiring about a property, right? And the person who is selling the property told me the price for the property. So I was like, okay. I had a lengthy discussion and I asked a lot of questions about everything, the area, price for the property, amenities, fixtures, paint and what, everything. But when the conversation ended, I remembered that I didn't ask a very critical question of the owner. So I called back and I said, hey, I want to ask you a question. What is the value of the property? Like, was the property valued by a valuator? What is the value of the property? So the person paused. So I was like, okay, what's wrong? The person then goes to say, all right, let me be honest with you. The value of the property is this. So initially, they basically are trying to sell the property for about $4 million than the value of the property. So because Jamaica is a seller's market, if the buyers are not careful, what some persons will do is take advantage of the current market situation and trend by upping the value of the property to more than what the property is actually worth. So that is something that I want you to look out for when you are looking for a property to purchase. Overpricing is a thing, and I want you to not be afraid to speak up, you understand, and ask certain questions, especially when it is that you are purchasing. I see Kadian asking something about renting. When you are renting, as it relates to price, it's kind of a little more difficult to argue that in terms of the price, but when you are buying, it's different because you will have a valuation report that you can use to make a proper assessment of what you're buying. Dwight Phoenix says, have you heard about, okay, I read that one. Shay says, that's a nice choice, Kadian. Phoenix says yes. Kadian says, I always ask about the rent value in the area. Yes, that's a very good thing to do too. You see, if you're buying a property, it's very important to ask about what persons in the community are paying for rent. Why you'd want to know that if you're buying a property? You want to know that because what if you don't want to live in your property and you want to rent it out? You'd want to know that at least the rent can assist you in a meaningful way with paying your mortgage, right? Because whether or not you live there, you're still going to have to pay the mortgage. So you want to know that the property can assist in paying for itself or pay for itself. And I always say this, some financial advisors have different concepts as it relates to what are assets and what are liability. For me, I ascribe to the US type of thinking that says that if something is just taking out money and not bringing in money, it's a liability and not an asset. So in my view, some persons own houses that are liabilities. So if you make $100,000 every month, right, and you have to pay $85,000 in mortgage, you live in the house, every day you have to fix something on the house. In my view, that is not an asset, that's a liability. But if you own a property, you're collecting $80,000 in rent, your mortgage is $70,000, and the persons who are living there are maintaining the property because it's not an apartment where you pay for maintenance and somebody come in and do it. So they have to cut the lawn, they keep the walls clean. You do probably after tenants have left, you do your inspection, you recognize that they're keeping the property in good condition, then you are actually benefiting. Some persons have purchased properties that somebody else is literally paying the mortgage because maybe it has a lot of room and they have rented a part and they're living in a part comfortably while the tenants are paying their mortgage. So you have to be careful too, and that's why, Kadian, you shouldn't rush into this process of trying to purchase a house. And know that yes, you want the house and all of that, but don't rush the process. Go ahead, take time, breathe, look at what's available, do an assessment, and then you can make a decision from there, okay? And I think it's a good time to remind you guys to subscribe as it is back here. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And remember also to give the video a thumbs up if you're watching and you have not clicked the thumbs up icon as yet. Go ahead and click the thumbs up icon and subscribe, okay? And for those of you who watch every week, remember to share the videos with your friends and ask them to subscribe so that they can become a part of the financially free and become a part of the future millionaire family, of course. Right, so overpricing, we spoke about that. Additionally, structural engineering. So I know that more than likely we don't have a structural engineer on here now. If you are, you can say so in the comment section. However, I think it's very important, and I don't hear anybody talking about this. When you are purchasing a property, I know that property is over a certain year old. If you are purchasing through the bank, you can't purchase it without doing a structural engineering report. So the report is a little costly and so on. And so home buyers / homeowners tend to not want to do it. However, if you are purchasing a property, there are some simple things that you can look at and know if the property is suitable for you to purchase or not. Just today again, I was having a conversation with someone who is looking for a house to purchase, went and did the viewing and all of that, only to find that there are some big cracks in the wall where the wall joins. That is indicative of some structural engineering issue. And I don't think in cases like those you should assume that everything is going to be okay. I think you should be wise and probably double think about the purchase again to see if it's a good purchase for you. Because it doesn't make any sense you take up $30 million or $20 million or $17 million or whatever your pre-approved amount is and purchase a property only to find out that it makes absolutely no sense. because the repair is astronomical, and it's probably more than what you purchased the property for, or you will never be able to regain your investment in terms of your ROI. You won't be able to get a good ROI. I'm trying to get into the comment section. PI says, wickedness in high places, them thief man. Oh yeah, she was referring to the house that I was talking about that was being sold for $4 million more than the actual value. Dwight Phoenix says, thinking of buying a 10 square feet land in Belvedere, St. Andrew, Red Hills. Want to build and then resell the house, a luxury 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. You think that could go for 40 million? So Dwight, you're gonna have to check out a couple things. You're gonna have to have your architect do the drawing and find out how much all of that will cost you, how much all of the building will cost you, and then you find out if you can get people to pre-buy the property or something to that effect. So you're gonna have to do some groundwork. That's not something I'm gonna be able to tell you off the top of my head like that. Angela Dwyer says, Kayla, you are doing a fantastic job by empowering us about purchasing property in Jamaica. Thank you, Angela. I see Autumn Rain says, Kayla, you should dedicate a life to investing in real estate. That's very true. Autumn, maybe when I get my laptop back, I could invite you and a couple other persons, maybe a developer, to join me on that live. I want to actually have persons joining me on the lives as soon as possible. And by the way, next week someone will be joining me, so we won't be lonely next week, and next week will be very fun. A kind of let your hair down type of edition of the live. So next week I'll have somebody join me. Next week we're going to talk about finances and dating, so that's going to be very fun. So I don't think you should miss next week. So for those of you who haven't subscribed, subscribe so you don't miss the notification. I want you guys to be on here live, not watching back the delay and the delayed version and commenting, because we're going to be playing a game too. So we're going to be educating next week in a fun way. So normally I know that my content is kind of more polished, so to speak, but next week we're going to let our hair down and have some fun while learning, right? Angela Dwyer says, do you want a laptop? Well, what happened, Angela, is my MacBook crashed, so I had to order another one, but that hasn't come as yet, so I'm in the process of trying to sort that out. So yeah, that's why I haven't had the meet and greet, because I don't have a laptop now. I have a loaner laptop that I'm using, but it can't facilitate the stuff that I do. So for me, if I have a laptop, it has to be one of those, like almost a gaming suite that can manage heavy load. Yeah, type of thing, because I do the editing and all of that. So I can't have like a regular little cheap laptop. That not gonna work for me. Yeah. Because of what I do, of course. Right, so PI772 NTY says, dating game. Yes, sounds fun. Yeah, man, it's going to be very fun. I'm going to put up the thumbnail ahead of time and things, so definitely don't want to miss next week's live. All right, so the final thing that I want to talk about as it relates to searching for real estate, I have told you guys before, it makes no sense you're looking for real estate. Somebody actually reached out to me about investing in real estate. The same thing that Autumn Rain says she wants me to discuss, and I think that's an excellent topic. By the way, you and Dwight have given 2 excellent topic suggestions, and I'm going to take both of them. Yes, so if you're thinking about buying real estate, you can't afford to be thinking about buying real estate but you're not in a place where you are ready to give up something temporarily to own something bigger. And I find that generally that's an issue with, I don't know if it's the generation or what, but we have to be willing sometimes, especially if you never grow up rich, you're never born in riches, so you're a regular person just trying to do something for yourself, trying to make a better life for yourself than probably your family had, or so on, you need to think about your whole lifestyle and adjust it so that you can achieve your goals. Why I say that? So if you're planning to purchase real estate, I've told you before, this will be the most expensive purchase you've ever made, more than likely, unless you go buy something like a Porsche or something like that, something that's very expensive. More than likely, this is going to be the most expensive investment that you've ever made, right? So you want to ensure that you're ready. How do you get ready for this? All right, you have loans. I've already done a video on this already. You want to buy real estate? Start clearing up your paycheck so that you can actually manage the loan when it's time for you to get that loan to purchase the real estate. Manage your lifestyle better. So you like to drink and party, maybe you can't do that no more because of the pandemic. However, you could cut back on your spending. I'm not tell you say you're going to do this forever, and you're not doing this forever. You're just going to do this so that you can get the house, and then when you get the house, you can, somewhat go back to your regular lifestyle. But sometimes I think it's better to sacrifice the fun when you're younger, and then you can enjoy your life. Not when you're old, but when you're a little older. Like if you try to purchase real estate in your 20s or 30s, for those of you who are older than that now, no problem. You're here, which means that you have an interest, and that is excellent. But if you can do certain things when you're younger, then you can have the fun later on. And not saying now that you should put off all fun and just focus on goal, and have fun when you're old, because you don't know if you're going to live either. And I remember one time I was traveling somewhere. I think I actually came back from Jamaica, went on vacation abroad, and I was in the airport and I met an elderly man. He was about 60 something or 70 something. 60, not all that elderly, is not all that old. Right, so he was 70 something. So, age is taking its toll, and he's moving a little slower. Nice gentleman, but he's moving a little slower. And he said to me, "Where are you coming from?" So I told him where I was coming from. I said, "Where are you coming from?" And he told me that he was an attorney and he's coming off vacation. So I'm like, "Me too," and whatever. And he's saying, "You're smart, because no, I worked hard all my life, but coming off vacation now, I never really enjoy it because I have 10 pills to take a daytime, and my health has declined significantly and whatever. However, I'm still doing it." But he's saying, enjoy your life when you're young, but still focus on your goals. So I just want to encourage you guys who are here. Oh no, I'm not really do this. Me just get to the point and get off here. But I just want to encourage you, those of you who want to own homes, those of you who have goals, believe in yourself and know that everything will work out for you if you apply the right formula. But remember, you can't get to the goal until you sit, assess, strategize, and come up with the right formula to get there. So sometimes if we're trying to get to Westmoreland from Kingston, but we don't know where Westmoreland is, we can't find Westmoreland, we're gonna lost. You have to at least have an idea of the geography, so you can say, okay, when I get to St. Elizabeth, that means I'm close to Westmoreland. You understand? It can't be a case where you think that Westmoreland is where Manchester is. And that is the same thing with real estate. You have to make some preparatory steps to get into where you want to go, and these are some of the preparatory steps. So let me just recap if you're just joining. And by the way, if you're over here and you don't like the video yet, I don't know what you're waiting on, but I'm just gently reminding you to like the video. If you haven't subscribed, remember to subscribe also. Autumn Rain says next week live, can't miss her. That's awesome. Dwight says preach, sis, preach. Shonda Paul Sutton says temporary sacrifices, definitely. Angela Duar says stay saving, cut credit card, proper research on how to purchase property in Jamaica, know the pros and cons of purchasing property, ensure you have a job. Definitely. And I've told you guys this before, and I'm going to tell you again for the purpose of persons who might not have heard. So you hate your job and you want to leave, right? However, you have a good salary now. If you want to purchase real estate, now is not the time to be leaving jobs, okay? If the bank pre-approves you for X amount of money and you leave your job now and you probably go to another job, that's good and blah blah. But you don't have, say, a 3-year contract with that job. You have like a 1-year contract. If you leave your job, the bank going to leave you high and dry because they are not going to trust the luck that you'll be able to repay the loan. They prefer for you to have a stable job where they know that you have a history with this job. They know that you've been there for 10 years or 5 years. They know that you have a 5-year contract. They know that you'll be able to repay the loan. So that's just a tip for you. I've told you before, telling you again just to remind you. And I see Autumn Rain giving me the nod of approval on this one. Remember guys, Autumn Rain is a realtor, so she would be very much aware of the ins and outs of this market. And remember, if you want to purchase a house in Maryland, USA, Autumn Rain is the person for you. Just DM me and tell me that you're interested in buying a house in MD, and I'll link you with Autumn Rain so you can make that purchase. All right, so let's recap. So we spoke about searching for a property in Jamaica, and we spoke about where to look. I suggested YouTube, Keys, K-E-E-Z, Realtors, the Saturday Gleaner as opposed to the Sunday Gleaner, the classified online, off-market properties like distressed properties and so on, and signing up for a real estate company that can assist you in purchasing the property, as well as talking to community members and asking questions that can assist you in finding out where empty houses are that might be up for sale before they get to the realtor, because when the house gets to the realtor, it gets a little more pricey because of course they have to get paid for selling this property too. Soshana Martin says, see you next week as well. Definitely, Soshana. Out of many, we are one. Says, where is the best place to invest with the option to rent as an Airbnb when out of town? Off the top of my head, St. Anne, Montego Bay, Trelawney. Let me see what's going on here. Trying to keep up with the comments while I try to find the comment, guys. If you haven't liked the video, remember to like it. If you haven't subscribed, remember to do so also. Dwight Phoenix says, what if you are transitioning into a new job immediately without any break? It doesn't matter, Dwight. It will still affect your relationship with the bank. You can wait a 6 months period and then you say, all right then, let's go for the house again. But I'm just letting you know how the bank feels about that. Angela Dwyer says, good night all. Pleasure as always. Have a blessed and productive week. Rayophilia says, OMG, owning property for sure. Autumn Rain says, good night Angela, have a good week. Dwayne Bennett says, is Old Harbor a good place to invest in real estate? It's okay. There's nothing particularly interesting about Old Harbor. It is one of the emerging places though for real estate, but yeah, it's fairly reasonable though. In terms of price point, it's not bad, and I don't know that they have very bad crime or anything like that. Raw Entertainment says, what's the best bank to use? I did a video on that already in a live, so go ahead and look on my channel and you'll find the video. It's not very far though. In fact, I did 2 videos on the best bank for mortgages in Jamaica. Use the last video because that's the most recent and more updated one. Remember that the rates on mortgages change, so that would have the most recent information for you there. Dwight Phoenix says, I forgot buy it now then, LOL. If I change jobs while going through the process, the bank not for them it, right? No, only you will have to worry and hope that the people don't fire you from this new job. Shelly and Louis says, JN, there are other options. Row Entertainment, please go watch the video. She says don't use First Caribbean if you have credit cards. Yes, go and watch the video, and I have everything there that you need for you. Right, so guys, next week we're talking about dating. Should money matter when dating? Remember, I'm a finance and real estate YouTuber, so I bounce between finance and real estate topic, and real estate tends to be a finance topic really, but I just want to ensure that I'm giving you the best of both worlds. So we want to talk about finance more too, because I understand that while we are trying to get houses and so on, and while we're trying to, you know, up the amount of assets that we have and so on, we need to be financially literate. That's a very important part of this home acquisition process. So that's what we're talking about next week, but I won't be speaking about it alone. One of my friends, or two of my friends, are going to join me, one on set and one behind the camera. So I don't think that is anything that you want to miss. Kadian said danger topic because females have more than men nowadays. So the guys seeking money woman, they call what? Big woman, not their age. Okay. Royal Philia says enjoy the channel. I'm saving / investing to buy property. That's the #1 goal. That's excellent. But while we're saving and investing to buy property, we're gonna have some little fun next week, so you don't want to miss that live. And of course, you know, I post a video every Friday at 3 p.m. and I go live on Sundays at 6 p.m. So there are lots of content on this channel for you to watch, so go ahead and scroll through, pick and choose, and watch the one that you want to watch. Also, I have a little homework for you. As I said before, I'm on my journey to 3,000 subscribers. So go ahead and share my channel with a family, with a friend, and ask them to subscribe. I would really appreciate that. Thank you to all my VIP subscribers who are always here, always early, always participating, always giving me good energy to work with. Shay Monroe, Autumn Rain, CM, Lucas AJA, so many of you, Angela Dwyer, Garth, Sash Molo, Mikey T007, and you see I'm just calling them from my head. So many of you, Earth Strong, Natisha, her mom, all of you who are always here giving me good energy, giving me good vibe. Lucas AJA said that already, CM. Thank you so much. I see Unique more commenting. So many other persons in the comment section sending their love. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this journey. I see PI, she is a VIP also, who these persons who are always supporting. Out of many, recently joined, love her energy. She says, love your channel, just found this about a week ago, one love. Thank you, darling. Dwight Phoenix, thank you for joining. All of you who are on here, thank you so much for showing up every week on time, same place, with the good energy. I could not say thank you enough to my production team, to my graphic artists, to my friends who are my videographers, my photographers, my everything. Mom, who is always supporting. Dwayne Bennett, who is always here. Shelly-Ann is here saying, I'm going on the road now. Good night. Have a great one. Timoy O'Brien, how could I forget you? Thank you so much, all of you, for supporting me, for encouraging me. Even this tonight, I was like, not really feeling well, not going to go live. And then I saw you guys commenting under the stream just as I was about to take it down. And I was like, I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to stick this out tonight. So thank you all for supporting the journey. Love and light. It was my pleasure serving you as always. Come with your questions next week. We're talking about dating. We're playing games. We're having fun. We're just going to be having a lot of fun. Until next time, Royal Philia, thank you for commenting. Thank you all for joining. I think about 70 of you joined in total tonight. Thank you for joining. Love you all. Until next time, stay financially literate. Bye bye.